Now to news from Parliament, the issue of outlandish contracts made under the former administration again making its way to the halls of Parliament, this time in the Senate. Janea Noel Ferguson reports.
Is the shocking abuse and outright disregard for the most basic rules of public procurement.
Attorney General Senator the Honorable Carl Bethel hitting out at the former administration for employing consultants and leasing buildings with no fixed terms, despite recommendations by lawyers within the Attorney General's office not to do so.
Contracts issued to special persons, I'm not going to use a more pejorative term, specially connected people with no termination clauses, fixed-term contracts for years. In one instance, if we were to terminate a person who has no useful role to play in the present administration because of their connections and what they were there for, we would have to pay over, close to $1.5 million for one employee. There were consultants paid and who never came to work. Never came to work.
Senator Bethel said it's a part of the reason why the country finds itself in the financial hardship. He indicated that the failure to put in place any protection for government in these contracts also resulted in government facing liabilities because of waste.
In a number, not one, of situations where the government faces claims or potential claims for fixed amounts on fixed contracts which have no termination clause by anybody except the landlord. The landlord is the only one who could terminate it. But the tenant, being the government, cannot. And some of these buildings we have no use for. We can't understand why anyone in their right mind insisted on these contracts.
As the Attorney General said, the question now is what recourse is there? He suggests that those who made the decisions be charged.
Because we're being asked it by international financial agencies, by the world. Why is it that your laws to protect the integrity of public spending, why are those laws not being enforced? In particular, why is the law on surcharging people who throw away the people's money not being enforced?
Janea Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
Attorney General the Honorable Carl Bethel responding to criticism from the Grand Bahama Human Rights Association and other activists regarding the highly controversial interception communications bill, which the Minnis administration tabled in Parliament some 2 weeks ago. The activists suggest the bill is potentially worse than the former PLP administration's spy bill. However, the Attorney General said the bill will give greater protection to residents than what exists under the present law.
There has to be a consensus in society that there is at some point some conduct that, if allowed to happen unchecked, will grievously injure some individual, some group of individuals, or the wider society. Where we as a people determine that point is, we know there is a point. In consultation, we will determine that point. And based on that, we will give law enforcement the tools to fight that kind of crime and to make the Bahamas a safer place.